Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to take a look at the Transformers Studio Series number 48 Leader Class as seen in Universal Studios Parks Leader Class Megatron. And wow, this figure, even though being a repaint and a slight remold, no, exactly a repaint, has turned out to be a really great figure, mostly in robot form, if you ask me. So, in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Transformers Universal Studios The Ride Megatron, do some comparisons, take a look at the box and everything. So yeah, so let's first off start off by looking at this figure, and I just want to tell you that the reason he is in his truck mode, his Mac truck mode, is because the transformation, like I showed you in my Studio Series 34 review, that's a bit annoying and really hard to do. So I transformed him off camera and then started to do the video like with him starting off in his truck mode, because honestly the truck mode is mostly more important than the other truck mode on the other figure. So let's first off just take a look at Megatron in the truck mode. Honestly, we can see that it does look really cool. That we can even see the Decepticon Mac symbol right there. We can see these spikes right here ready to puncture a vehicle or something. Spikes on the top. Right here, the front part of the engine, this whole area looks nice and everything. Unfortunately, it is hollow right here. They still haven't fixed that. Right here, we can see that right here it's all sealed in nicely. And one of the problems I always did have with this Megatron is that the wheels kept folding in and the flaps kept folding out and everything. So yeah, it would be nice if they really gave us a remold of the Dark of the Moon Megatron. But overall, a really great figure. Overall, this figure rolls really nicely, and you do have to press a bit down on it so it can roll all the wheels, because right here this panel is a bit sticking out, these chest pieces. So yeah, you're gonna have to like press him down a bit so that he could roll. He does in fact just come with 2 accessories, not 4 like the original Studio Series 35 Megatron. First off, his weapon accessory, his gun, his shotgun right here. Honestly, I really do like the sculpting on this one. It looks way better than the original one. I think it looks really nice. And to tab it in, it does have this little slot right here, and then there's this little tab right here. So you're just simply gonna have to just align it up like so. And then after that, you're just gonna have to just peg it in like that. And that is essentially how you tab in the little gun on Megatron. But right now, I'm just gonna do like that, and we could see that overall it looks really nice and everything. I really do like this car mode more than the original Dark of the Moon car mode, and I'll show you the original Studio Series 34 Dark of the Moon just for a quick comparison. We can see overall which ones look better. I'd definitely prefer this one, although this does represent how he looked like in that scene where he's in Africa. But I really do like this one better. It looks more like he's hiding and he's ready for battle and stuff. This one looks way better than this one. I'm just saying. And also to compare the Igor accessory that came with the Studio Series 34, we can see that overall he's really small compared. So yeah, we can see that. So that Megatron hasn't changed at all. And speaking of Megatron, let's bring in another Megatron. That being this Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, the battle damaged Megatron, and we can see how much Megatron has changed from movie number 2 to movie number 3. And just speaking about movies, let's bring in the first movie, Megatron number 1. And we can see how Megatron has changed from his Cybertronian jet, Cybertronian tank / jet, and then this really cool Mac car mode. So we can see how he has changed over the years. So I really think that looks really cool. So now let's transform Megatron into robot form, and then after that I'll show you the box art and the backdrop. So the first thing you're gonna have to do, if you haven't done so already, is remove his weapon accessory like so. Remove these chains right here, like so. Just unhook them from these little tabs right here. Take them off right here. After that, you're gonna do the same process on the other side. So that you're gonna unfold this whole region. Separate the legs like so, which is the front part of the car in fact. So separate this whole region like so. So let's just fold in these pieces like there. After that, you're just gonna have to make sure this whole region folds like so. After that, you're just gonna have to make sure that this folds like that. Do the same process on the other side. Make sure that this folds in like that. After that, you're gonna make sure to fold over to this side. Untap these pieces right here. Just gonna make sure that these pieces untab. And this is the step that I really do hate about the figure, is that whenever I try to take them out, I always feel like I could break the figure. So I never really handle this version of Megatron that much, because the fear that I could break the figure. So yeah, after that you're gonna unfold the arms like so. Do the same process on the other side. Unfold them like so. Make sure that this region unfolds like that. After that, you're gonna make sure this arm folds out like that. Then you're gonna tab in this piece right here. Then after that, you're gonna push that piece right there. And then this piece that has come off, you're just simply gonna attach it into that little peg right there. I believe that's what it is. And just gonna push it in right there. And then after that, you're gonna unfold that head like so. After that, you're gonna make sure this whole body region right here does in fact fold out like so. Make sure these parts are evened out like that. Then you're gonna make sure that this whole region falls inside right there. And then there you have Megatron's torso now ready. After that, you're gonna unfold that back piece, connect it on the back right here. Just make sure that that is connected appropriately. And just try to fold this whole piece upward like so. If that doesn't work, try just moving on to the legs at this moment. After that, you're going to unfold these parts, which are going to be the toes. You're going to unfold that part as well, right here. After that, you're just going to have to make sure that this whole region falls in like that. Do the same process on the other side. Make sure it falls in like that. And then you're going to make sure that this part does in fact go like that. You can do the same process on this side. Make sure that it does go like that. And then you're going to have to make sure that this does go right here. Like that. Now that the legs are now done, your figure is now almost complete. So now that the legs are nearly done, it's just a matter of clipping everything into place. Now let me just move the camera a bit up so you can see. We can see how Megatron's body is already forming and everything. And then just simply gonna make sure this whole region is tapped upward like so. That just gonna make sure that this part right here is in fact tapped, as this part is actually getting kind of really hard to tab in. I'm not so sure why, but this never usually happens to the figure, so just try your best not to break this region right here. And there, now that piece has tapped in, just gonna fold these parts right here. And there we have Megatron fully transformed into his robot form, and not looking that bad if I do say myself. The robot form, overall, the main problem is just the legs. Honestly, if you ask me, and I did say in my 300 and 200 thank you subscriber video, I think, and my initial Megatron review, that the only problem with this figure was the legs being way too big, and they were way off, and then do not scale good with the other characters and everything. So yeah, and now for this accessory, it's just pretty simple to put on. You're just gonna put it on like so. Make sure that the two strapped chain right here is gonna go on this side of his head, where the unmarked red side of his head. So you're just gonna have to make sure it goes around there. Then this piece right here is gonna go right there. That piece right there, we can already see how it's connecting and everything. The chains, these rubbery chains. So just it's real simple to do. So you're just gonna have to connect these pieces right here. Put that piece right there, and then the last piece right here, you're just gonna put it right there. And there we have Megatron now fully transformed into his awesome looking robot form. So now let's take a look at the box art and do some comparisons with Megatron. And here, for a Megatron size comparison, here we have Megatron, Megatron, and Megatron. All Megatrons from the first trilogy of the Transformers Bayverse movies, and we can see that we can see how Megatron has changed throughout the movies. So I'm just gonna put them in chronological order. First off being 2007, 2009, and 2011. Right here we can see how Megatron has changed in the movies, how he has changed from this Cybertronian form to this form, and to finally that form in Transformers Dark of the Moon. And we can see that overall Megatron is really big. And you're noticing why Megatron looks a bit shorter than these, as you know he is bigger, is because if you look on his legs, I did in fact crouch his legs, so just showing you how his actual size would be. Unfolding this version of Megatron's legs, just unfolding them like that, we can overall see that he would be a bit bigger than all of them. So So yeah, it's because also the size on the Dark of the Moon Megatron isn't accurate to how he appeared in the movie. So yeah, that is why I did crouch. This is why I did in fact crouch the legs on Megatron, on this Universal Studios Variety Megatron. And also for another size comparison, let's bring in Megatron's arch enemy. Well, his arch enemy, Optimus Prime. And overall, with crouched Megatron like this and Optimus Prime, I think the scale is accurate to when Optimus Prime does in fact take off his head. So I'm just gonna crouch Megatron like this and put Optimus Prime like that. And we can overall see this is how that scene did look like in the film when Optimus Prime cuts off, like he slices off his neck and his head and everything in Dark of the Moon. When he does in fact take it off like that, we can see that you could take off his head as well, and then you could just have Megatron's body just laying right there. You could just have his head like that and Optimus Prime's axe just right there. So I think overall that looks incredibly accurate. I think the amount of accuracy between the Universal Studios The Ride Megatron and the Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime, I think the accuracy level is just incredible. That now you could crouch this figure. You crouch that figure, and also the gray color scheme on the silver and gray color scheme on this figure looks more accurate than the Universal Studios version. And just speaking of Universal Studios, now let's take a look at the box art. Honestly, I do like the box art. It's the same as the Dark of the Moon Megatron, except in a different color scheme, so we can overall see that right here we can see the backdrop is I believe the Universal Studios in Florida. I'm not so sure. I believe it's there. Right here, Studio Series 48, Leader Class Megatron. Right here, he transforms in 30 steps from robot to Mac mode, and then right here it says Megatron wreaks havoc on Universal Studios, and then we can see that Megatron does say, "Pathetic humans, I will destroy you," and with harsh words and overly honest commentary. Well, that is true, because there's always someone in a costume at Universal Studios posing as Megatron or something. So yeah, I think that sounds so incredibly accurate. And just showing you the backdrop, I really do like this backdrop. I'm just gonna show it to you real quick how this backdrop does look like. Overall, this is my first time taking a very careful look at it. Right here, yeah, I could totally tell this is the Universal Studios at Florida, because there should be Optimus Prime standing right there, but I believe they just cropped him out and everything. We can see the Autobot logo right here. We can see Nest. Right here is probably a building and stuff, and we can see some probably those crates that are on a train or a ship or something. Overall, I think that this figure looks cool, really cool. And honestly, if you connect the blaster accessory on his hand right here and then you just pose him on the backdrop, it does look incredibly cool. So overall, a really great figure. So right now, I'll give you my final thoughts of the Transformers Studio Series 48 Megatron. So overall, a really great figure, a 9 out of 10 figure. I really do like this figure and everything. Looks like how he did look like in the Transformers Dark of the Moon. A bit of the Transformers The Ride. Although in Transformers The Ride, I'd say that he looks more like the Revenge of the Fallen combined with the Dark of the Moon Megatron. I'd say he looks more like this than that. So I think that they should really scrap this figure and create a whole new mold for the Megatron, just to make the fans like out there make them happy. So overall, a really great figure, and I do recommend this figure. You could buy this figure for $50 on Hasbro Pulse. Amazon, you could get them at like an overrated price. eBay, same. Target, like too expensive price online because it's associated with TF Source. So yeah, overpriced on TF Source and Target, Walmart as well. So try getting this guy on Hasbro Pulse. And if you're lucky enough to go to Universal Studios Hollywood or Universal Studios Florida or any Universal Studios around the world, and what if you could find this guy there? So I really hope if you go to Universal Studios, you can find this exact figure. So that about concludes my Transformers Studio Series number 48 Leader Class as seen in Parks Megatron review. I thank you all for watching. Please subscribe, leave a nice comment, and until my next review, I will see you then. Thanks for watching.